We want you to think of a movie character from the last 40 years.
Okay.
Be any character, male, female.
Yeah. All right, Travis Bickle.
What made you think of that character?
I thought, what is my top 10 favorite characters of all time? Boom, got it. What's my second one? That one. I just go with the second one. I'm an even number kind of guy. So.
Okay, right. Going back to the numbers. Okay. And what do you love about this character?
His search for who he is. Yeah, and just how pure his search. I mean, I know the movie's a little twisted, but there's something pure about the way he viewed people around him. You know, some kind of strange scope he was looking through at everyone.
Okay. How do you think that character was created?
In the writing process?
Mm-hmm. And also eventually too on set.
Gosh, you know, well, I know too much about the movie. I mean, in the writing process, the writer mentions that it was similar to what he viewed at the time and how confused he was by the wars going on and stuff of that sort. And so it was written out of a confusion. And then when they were making it, I know Robert De Niro drove a taxi in between doing Godfather Part 2. He actually drove a taxi for a number of weeks, I believe, to get ready for that character. And then it was based off of, I think it was Godfather Part 2 winning Oscars, that they went back to Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro and allowed them to make Taxi Driver. So, yeah.
How would you create the character? If you had a modern day Travis Bickle, maybe he's a rideshare driver. Maybe he works with the public and he's used to people of all personalities, maybe speaking down to him, maybe different trials and tribulations he deals with city life.
If I had to make him today, I'd have him work for a trash company. And he'd probably, because right now I think in this time period, we should probably be talking a little bit more about global warming. We should probably be talking a little bit about, so maybe that's a window into that world, you know, where Travis can be trying to figure out who he is while being a trash worker. Trashman?
Okay, so he doesn't really have to deal with people maybe too much. He just has to deal with the fact that he sees all of this stuff being thrown away and wasted.
Yeah. Because, you know, in Taxi Driver, he's got these great monologues about how dirty everything is. And, you know, so I feel like you could still get there with him being in that world. And then he's still dealing with the other drivers, just like in Taxi Driver, where he's actually, you know, and then we would call, instead of Taxi Driver, we'd call it, you know, actually, no, never mind. I don't know what we'd call it. I didn't have good titles. I can't say it out loud.
Okay, well, we can come up with a title another time, but
yeah.
So it sounds like he realizes like the implication of his job and the fact that all of this is going to end up in a landfill, and then what it's really doing, and that so much of society isn't even paying attention to it.
Yeah.
And they just like maybe he sees, especially what if he drives or if he collects it in a really nice neighborhood, and people are just throwing stuff away that. Why would you, and people can't dumpster dive.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a private security company that monitors for those miscreants or whatever that are dumpster diving, so
he's like a modern day Robin Hood. He could be taking the trash from the wealthy neighborhoods and bringing it into the poor neighborhoods and letting them go through it.
Interesting. But there's a bitterness in him. If he was Robin Hood, maybe he'd have more hope. Because Travis Bickle didn't have much hope.
Well, he had hope though early on, I think. I think in that movie he starts with a certain amount of hope and, you know, maybe just a hope to be able to live every day. And then it so slowly gets peeled away from his relationships, I think, until the end, and then he becomes the hero. But
who's his love interest?
In
the modern
version?
Yeah, in your version.
The modern day version? Mm-hmm. Probably another garbage man.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. I mean, just sure. If we're going to talk about global warming and we're going to, you know, maybe, you know, I don't know. For some reason, scenes from Brokeback Mountain popped in my head, and like kind of like a male kind of testosterone that they had with each other, and this kind of, and I started thinking about, I don't know who his love interest would be.
Like a bromance turned romance.
Yeah, perhaps. You know,
Okay.
maybe something in there. Because Taxi Driver, he was friends with these other drivers. And he got wrapped up with that young girl, but that was never a romance because he was trying to save her.
Right, Jodie Foster, yeah.
So, you know, I don't know if there needs to be a romance, actually. Maybe there needs to be someone from a darker part of life that he decides to save.
So maybe someone that he sees going through the trash.
Yeah.
And he
In
saves
a poorer
things for her.
neighborhood.
Yeah. Okay.
He starts bringing her more stuff, and I don't know.
Right.
Before you know it, he's got to save her, and next thing you know, we're at the exact same ending as Taxi Driver.
Right.
But we got there different.
Sure.
So it's a different movie then.
Would there be a letter?
A letter at the end? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this one would be from the president to him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
this would be a legit letter from the president asking him to come join the CIA.